I am going to be discussing the film The Fits. This movie was a lot shorter than Jean Dielman, which we watched last week, so it went by a lot faster. Honestly, this film confused me a little bit, and I'm not sure if I have the correct interpretation on it. So a specific scene that confused me while watching the film was that when everyone was getting like quote unquote sick, I was confused as why it was only happening to the dance team. In my understanding, it was showing like the coming of age and like womanhood and puberty, but I was confused why I was only represented in the dance team. I didn't know if the movie was trying to state that boxing isn't like feminine, and to try and go along with those stereotypes. So that's part I was a little confused on, but I watched the movie twice, and just to like really understand, 'cause this movie really made me think. And a specific scene I want to discuss is when Tony gets sick. So we are going to watch that scene and then discuss it. We choose to be slaves to gravity. Must we choose to be slaves to gravity? We choose to be slaves to gravity. Must we choose to be slaves to gravity? So I was very confused when I first watched this film and the whole overall concept until I watched the film the second time. From my understanding, this like sickness is the women coming of age in adulthood. To highlight the specific scene where Tony is coming off the ground and is like elevated, I took away from that she is finally happy with herself and she's letting herself do what she wants to do, which is dancing rather than the boxing. So I think it is finding your true self in womanhood, that this scene is highlighting. I also wanted to point out this specific part where this is after her sickness and she is dancing with her team. You can tell, like, just right there, you can tell that she is so much happier than how she was in the beginning of the movie and throughout the movie. The smile on her face, I think, is really showing that she is her true self now. Overall, I thought this film was very emotional, and it made me think about the possible meanings that could be this. I'm sure there's definitely other possible meanings, but that's what I took away from this film, especially after watching it a second time. I do think this is a feminist film because it highlights how every girl goes through something different when hitting their full womanhood and puberty. The director did a beautiful job painting this image for us and making the viewers really think about the possible meaning.